I'm making a gorillatag fangame solely for the purpose of getting Jmancurly to play it. Day 13 is finally here. In this video, I'll be finishing the forest map, and in the end, you'll see how insane it ends up looking. Remember, if you guys are enjoying the series, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to join the official Discord server for this game with the link in the description. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing I do is begin adding props to the forest map. If you didn't know, the reason this video took so long is because I wanted to sort of add every single prop that I wanted into forest instead of separating it into like multiple video parts. So that's why this video took longer, and that's why it's over 25 minutes. But anyways, the first set of props I add is the soccer goals, because if you didn't know, I'm gonna add soccer to this game. Like, if you've ever played Gorilla Tag and you know the water polo game they have, it's gonna be like that but with a soccer ball instead. It's gonna work and everything. There's going to be a scoring system that I will soon implement later on. But as you can see, I'm adding the soccer goals and the soccer ball. And now I'm just adding colors to the nets, because there will be a blue team and a red team. That's why I'm adding the blue color and about to add the red color. As you can see here, I wanted to make it a bit transparent just to go for a cooler look, so that's why it's a little bit transparent. And now I'm modeling the scoreboard, obviously for the game of soccer. So how this is gonna work is whichever team scores 5 first, the game will reset, and that will be your winner. So as you'll see, I'll soon add where it says first one to 5 wins in Unity. But yeah, that's how it's gonna work. I'm not sure how like teams are gonna work, because honestly this really only works well if it's like one-on-one. But teams can play. Teams can be able to play. Teams will be able to play. It just might be a little bit chaotic, if I say so. So now I'm just adding materials. I went for a plank material and a metal-ish material on the inside to showcase your score. Visually. So now I'm searching for a scoreboard to like get a little reference, because I was afraid I might have forgotten something, but I didn't, and it ended up turning out really great, better than I had thought. So now I'm finished with that, and I am about to export it and add it to the Unity project. I'm gonna add text in Unity, and guys, from now on, don't worry about like the lighting on some models. Whenever you haven't baked your lighting yet, the models have like really weird lighting, so just don't mind that as of right now. And now, as you'll see, I'm exporting it into Unity, and I'm about to add text to represent the player's score. And at first, I might have made the scoreboard a little too big, because after this, when I went to beta test it, it was way too big. But I eventually shortened it behind some. So as you see, I'm just adding each team, first to 5 wins. I'm going to make that clear, because I did this in my last game. I used this soccer minigame in my last game, and I didn't put first to 5, and a lot of people were confused. So I had to make sure to do it. And then I just quickly adjusted the water. And now I'm going to my old game Rune Tag to grab a log cabin model that I want to put in this forest map, because the log cabin model looked really good as it was in Rune Tag, so I thought it looked really good. So as you'll see, I'm just exporting it. Also, a lot of these props I did use from Rune Tag, because I spent like 9 months modeling everything, and I'm too lazy to model everything again, so don't mind if I grab some models from my other game. So now I'm just scaling it and making sure the log cabin is in the right spot. And I settled on this kind of corner spot. And eventually I added in the log cabin, I added a cookie clicker minigame. I thought, why not? It sounds fun, and I have nothing else to add. So I just decided to add that, as you'll see in later in the video. So now I'm making a bridge, like a long branch bridge, to get over the water so you don't fall and have to swim, and you can get back to the stump easier and teleport to the other maps. So as you see, I just quickly modeled it using the tree model I already had, and now I'm adding it to the game. And once again, the lighting looks really messed up, but that's just because I haven't baked it yet, so don't mind that. So as you'll see, now I'm just adding it over the water, and it makes for easier transportation back to the middle of the island or back to Stump. And I just decided to add two of them to make life easier, you know? Alright, so now I'm double checking my checklist to make sure I have everything I want. And now I'm modeling a treehouse. A lot of people have been asking for me to add a treehouse, and I was kind of like, I don't really know how to model a treehouse, but I decided to just go for it. I did not want to make the treehouse look like gorillatag. I wanted it to be original, so I decided to go for this kind of design, which you'll see in a second. Looks really weird right now, but it ended up turning out a lot better than I thought it would be. So anyways, I'm just modeling the guardrails. I thought I'd make for better decoration. And in the middle, there's going to be like a little shed house thing that you'll be able to go in. I thought it made for a really good decoration. And thank you to the people who told me to put a treehouse in forest. I wanted to go for a slanted roof, but that did not work out. It went kind of curved when it wasn't supposed to curve. So I decided to just go for a regular square roof. As you see here. Now I'm modeling the entryway, just beveling everything, adding more detail. And now I start modeling the roof. I'm gonna go for a more triangle roof. I think it just looks better in this sense of modeling a treehouse. And yeah, as you'll see, it actually ended up turning out pretty good. I was quite proud of myself. I can't even lie. And I just had to fix some holes in the floor, and yep, that's about it. I had to delete some branches because they were kind of in the way, but it ended up turning out really great. And now I'm just adding materials to it. I'm going to add the same old plank material I've been using for pretty much all of my models in this game. And I'm going to use a floor texture for that. So as you'll see, I'm just fixing up the UVs, making the material look good on the treehouse. Because the first time you add a material to a model, it usually doesn't look good and you have to fix it up, so that's exactly what I did. And I just adjusted the settings for the material. And now I'm adding it to the actual house itself, adding it to the walls, and I'm about to add it to the roof. And I think these materials look good on it. I think everything looks good. I can't lie, I was pretty proud of myself for that. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding a tent, modeling a tent for the game. As you'll soon see, I kind of don't know what I'm doing while I'm modeling this tent. So I start adding something random. I was trying to add like a support beam to the tent, but as you'll see in a second, it does not look good at all. And it actually makes the model look a lot worse. I do eventually delete it in Unity, but you'll see in a second I add it and it does not look great. I had no clue what I was doing, okay? Just adding some extra detail on the outside, making it look a lot better. And now this is what I'm talking about. I start adding support beams, and they don't look good at all. You'll see in a second. I didn't know what I was doing in this, so just bear with me here. It does get deleted in Unity, but you're just gonna have to sit and watch this, even though it does not look good. So now, I guess I'm just adding it to the other side, and I'm gonna add it to the other side of the tent, the far side. I don't know what I was doing, bro. This did not look good at all. But anyways, I start adding materials to the tent and the support beam that I eventually deleted. I settled on this material. I thought it would look good when it was pixelized, but as you'll soon see, it didn't really look that great, so I just decided to settle for a dark green, simple material in Unity. And for the support beams, I decided to go for regular old planks. I thought it'd look good, but the actual model didn't look good itself, so I don't know why I even thought the material would look good on it. But anyways, now I'm just importing it into Unity, and as you'll see, I pixelize the materials, and I don't really like how it looks, so I decide to add the dark green material. But I keep going back and forth, but let me know which material y'all want me to put on that time, because I don't really know any good materials to put on it, so let me know down. And as you'll see, I deleted the support beam. I hated the way they looked. They were way too skinny, and they just didn't fit well with the model. So I decided to add 2. Just, you can go in there if you want. That's fine, I don't know. They're kind of there for just decoration. And yeah, I added the dark green materials at the very end. I don't know if you saw it there, but I added them. So now I started modeling a tree stump. Not the stump you spawn in, but like a tree stump. Like the lower part of a tree where it usually gets chopped off. I thought this would look good as a little decoration in Forest Map, and it actually ended up looking pretty good. I added it way later in the video, actually. It was one of the last things I added, but I decided to model it early, and it ended up actually looking pretty good. And I just used the same old material for the top and bottom. I didn't think I needed to change it. I think it looks pretty good. So now, I guess I just can't figure out which material I want, so I go back and adjust them. But that's the one I settled on. The dark green material is the one I settled on. So now I begin modeling a trampoline for the forest map. If you're making a forest map, you have to have a trampoline. It's basically an unspoken rule when making fangame. So I decided to go for these type of legs that are like in actual trampolines, because I hadn't seen anyone use them and I thought it was an original idea, so I just decided to do it. So I decided to add 4 legs, obviously. I thought it looked great, but let me know what y'all think. So now I'm adding materials, and I'm doing the outline where I want everything to go. I already put the tents and everything, but I didn't know where I wanted the trampolines to go. I wanted to add 2 or 3 of them. Eventually I settled on 2, but you'll see where I add them in a second. So now obviously I'm just positioning them, and I'm going to add materials later. I didn't add materials in Blender because I can just add materials in Unity, and it'll save me from all the hassle. So I added a blue material on the outside because the foam is obviously blue for trampolines, and I added a silver material to the legs because they're smooth. So now I'm just adjusting the legs to fit where I put the trampoline. And obviously, guys, none of the trees will block you from bouncing on the trampoline. I made sure that didn't happen, and the trampolines will be very bouncy. Alright, now for one of my favorite things I did during this video, making a stage and an audience to go in forest. I know this is really random, but I wanted to add like a kind of stage and a bunch of chairs to for people to listen to, just so we can do events there, and I think it'd just be fun. Also, guys, if there's anything you ever want to see in the game, make sure to let me know. Make sure to comment down below, or you can DM me on YouTube or Discord. There's been a bunch of people asking me to add a specific theme to the game, and I'm always open to your guys' thoughts. It's one of the main reasons why we have a Discord server in the first place, to share thoughts about the game, you know? Because I'm always open to y'all's ideas. Again, this is for y'all. This is so y'all can have fun. So yeah, make sure to let me know if you do want to see anything specific in the game, and I will happily reply to you. But anyway, as you can see, I modeled the microphone and the microphone stand, and I have just finished the stage. I added a few chairs and on the stage for mods or anything, or if y'all just want to roleplay or something, I don't know. Again, I modeled this because I think it would be a fun addition. So as you can see, I'm going to my other game, room tag, and I'm ripping some assets that I modeled before to add to this game. And now I'm just beveling the stairs and adding chairs to the audience stairs, as you can see. So as you can see, just adding some extra detail. And there's going to be about, 5 chairs on each row. So there's going to be plenty of seats. There's going to be a lot more, way more than enough seats for the server. Just to let you guys know, if you didn't know this already, there's going to be 10 people per server, just like gorilla tags. I've been thinking about upping it to 20, but I don't know if every script that I have works with 20 people in a server. So I may just leave it at 10, but I may change it to 20 in the future. I'm thinking about it. Because I think that'd be fun, but I don't know if that would lag the game. And I don't really want to take any risk to this, because the game's been going so well, and I don't want to mess anything up. But, yeah, let me know if y'all want me to change the server count to 20, or just leave it at 10. But anyways, as you can see, I've started adding materials. The materials were already on the chairs from the previous time that I modeled them. I decided to get a microphone texture, but as you'll see, it did not look good. It didn't look as good as I wanted it to, so I just changed it to black eventually. I didn't really know what materials to add for like the microphone and microphone stand, so I eventually just chose some basic materials. And now I'm importing it into Unity. I just put it in the corner next to the soccer goal. I know this is like, again, I know this is really random, but I don't know, I thought it'd be a fun idea, a fun addition to the force map. Also, I had no other ideas, so. But, as you see, I'm looking for a place to put it. It's a very big model, so I had a hard time figuring out where I wanted to put it. But anyways, now for the part I've been dreading the most in this entire series, basically, adding trees. This is a very big map, if you couldn't tell, so adding trees took a while and it was really boring, but obviously you have to add trees to a forest. It's a rule, you have to do it. The forest would look terrible if I didn't add trees, so of course I have to do it. But as you'll see in a second, I posted a sneak peek to my Discord server, and people were saying that there were actually too many trees. So I eventually had to lower the count and delete some, but yeah, I had to do that because I just added too many because the map was so big. But anyways, I'm gonna skip to the part where I actually finish adding the trees. Alright, so that process took around 30 minutes, so I'm really glad I skipped that. But now, as you'll see in a second, I start adding little miniature tree stumps. I didn't add a bunch, I added like 5 or 6, but I think they make a great addition to the map, and they just add some detail to the map, which the map really needs. As you'll see, I didn't add that much, only like 5 or 6, but it's just the small things that add some detail. So, yeah. And now I was thinking about adding just broken branches lying on the ground, but as you'll see, I eventually didn't think that would be a good idea, so I deleted the branch. And now I started decorating the cabin. So as I said earlier, I decided to add a cookie clicker minigame into the cabin, which you'll see how I did that in a second, but I actually did that with my other game, Ruin Tag, before this, so I decided to just get the idea from that. I actually decided to just use the same models because I had worked hard on these models, and I was too lazy to model some new stuff. So as you'll see, I'm just importing them from the game. They actually didn't work in Unity, so I had to go back to Blender and re-add the materials to the new couch. So yeah. So now I'm importing it back into Unity, and I'm about to pixelize the material in a second. But first, I'm adding the couch to the log cabin, you know, just scaling it right, scaling the table right. I just need to get everything right. And now I'm adding the TV, which will obviously have the actual cookie clicker minigame thing itself. Guys, what you just saw there, do not mind the lighting in Spawn. It's been disabled, Spawn's been disabled for a little bit, and I haven't baked the lights yet, so the lights are gonna look terrible in Spawn. Just bear with me here. But, now I add a black screen, and then I start adding buttons. I add a button to turn on the TV, turn off the TV, and I add a clicker button for clicking, obviously. But, then I add a transparent glass material to the table, and I'm just adding text to the button. As you can see here, that'll be the turn off button right there. And once you click turn on, it'll enable the cookie clicker thing and the clicker button, and when you click turn off, it will turn the TV off and disable the clicker. So as you can see now, I'm searching for a background, the background for the cookie clicker game, and I'm searching for the sprite used. A sprite is basically just a 2D object that you can easily move around in Unity. So as you'll see, I added the background, and it looked terrible at first when I added it, and I tried to fix it, but the faces were kind of in a weird arrangement on the UV unwrapping. So I decided to just add a completely new cube to the TV to set everything up right. And as you'll see in a second, it worked a lot better. And I pixelized the texture, and it looked a whole lot better. So now I'm adding the actual cookie itself, and I'm just organizing the hierarchy really quickly. So I'm adding the cookie, and I forgot to pixelize the couch textures, so I'm just going to do that really quickly. And as you can see, the couch looks way better now. And now I'm adding text, your actual score, to the top of the TV, because you can't not have a score if you're playing TV. And I'm going back to room tag and making sure the scripts are all set up correctly. And now I'm adding the actual clicker button itself. This will be enabled whenever you click turn on. So if you go in the game and it's not there, click turn on. I don't want y'all to get confused. But anyways, now I'm adding the actual script itself, the clicker script. As you can see, I'm setting everything up correctly. And yeah. And that's how I finished Forest. That's all I got done today. Thank you guys. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching the longest video in the series. Again, I've been loving making these videos for you guys, and I hope Jman notices the game. Please consider subscribing if you did enjoy the video, and once again, make sure to join the Discord server. We're almost at 500 members. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that's all from me. Bye.